Well, greetings everyone, and welcome back to the Bass Blaster Audio Tech YouTube channel. And in this video, we have a vintage straight out of 1997-98. This is an old school Jensen MCC8320 AM/FM cassette auxiliary pull-out car radio. What that means is, you know how all your radios today, you can pop the face off? Well, back in the 90s, before they figured out how to do that, or they were still expensive, Alpine, what they did was your radio mounted into a cage. You grabbed your handle and you literally pulled the whole radio out of the dash. You see your connector on the back, it's a lot of focus, it's an edge connector. Your harness is in the little cage that is in your vehicle. So this thing works great. Well, the LCD is broken. If you look at it at the right angle, it does work. Like, you can tune into a radio station. The thing with this is, well, it's got one of these stupid stickers on it. I might try to get that off. But functionality before form. Our volume knob. Just scratchy. That's it. So we're going to try to bust this open, get into it. Shoot some good old deoxit, which is somewhere. Here it is, covered in dust. Shoot some deoxit into that. See if we can hush it up a little bit. Now, a lot of these 80s radios come apart the same. Okay, so you have your radio like this. Picture that there. Your tops and bottoms kind of do one of these numbers. And then the top and bottom is just completely open. Now, I already had a peek at this, and it looks like it's the same way. Screws in the top and bottom, black. Flip it, black. Well, we do have a screw. I wonder what that's for. Let's try to get the face off first. First we have our pull-out, which I believe is just these two screws. Little screws, so we're going to get our magnetic parts tray. Yay. Ouch. There's our pull-out handle. I will just set you over there. I have like no desk space. Now the plastic face has two screws on the side, and I think the face will just come right off. Let me tell you, these Radio Shack specialty screwdrivers, they have paid for themselves probably 12 times over. So I gotta take plastic parts off. So, I never knew that's how I got to the balance. How about that? Well, that whole thing's gotta come off somehow. Pop the slider off, yep. I was already missing the one for the treble. Yeah, oh well. Can't win them all. Woo! Okay. I don't like these type of knobs that you can pull out and get another gang, because I did that one time in a Saturn and it just broke. So, no more of that. Yep, and that comes right out. Since I have this apart, I'm a little overexposed. I might go about getting this stupid sticker off, but this thing is sun-baked. I'm going to have to be careful or it will just straight up break. Yes, right. What do I do from here? I wonder if any of these light bulbs are burnt out. There's 6 of them. This edge connector is nice and loose. Tighten him up. Yep, just like every one I've ever seen before. If we can get into it enough, we'll look at the amplifier chip. Well, just like all other 90s stereos, they're pretty simple. They're just single-sided PCB. If we can slide right in there, there's our amplifier chip. IC901. I thought we'd get lucky and it would say what it was. But nope. We got some single inline packages. Some weird kind of daughter board looking thing. FM tuner. More tuner? Yep, more tuner. Set mechanism. Preamp. That's going to be our bass and treble. So I guess first, while we're in here, I'll shoot some cleaner into these two sliders. Now these sliders don't make any noise, but again, because I'm in here. Also, this big heatsink has nothing attached to it. The amplifier is on that little tiny one. Because that's how you do it. Now I think I can just pull this board out, get to the top of the pots. See if this wire has enough slack or if I have to unplug it. So there we go. There's the top of all 4 gangs of that potentiometer. Right in there. There's all 4 gangs. Shoot some cleaner in it. Now we work it a bunch. Turns a lot smoother. That's right away. Wow, this might have been my easiest repair yet. But of course, we can't stop there. I have to know what the amplifier chip is. But I'm going to put this board back down first, because another common thing I've noticed with all these 90s single DIN radios is they are so tightly fit in here, because they fit so much in these things. And they're only a single DIN. What's a real shame is I have one of those Alpine-made Honda radios from like 84, 85. The ones that's worth about $200-300. The problem is I got it from someone. It was given to me. The harness was cut. They completely forced the cassette mechanism out. So that's junk. This is how it was handed to me. Pretty much the same layout, quad gang, potentiometer. This is where the amplifier was. Everything's all jammed together. This was the front. I believe I looked this model up. I think it was like 85 roundabout Civic or Del Sol, something like that. Since it was destroyed and I couldn't get it back together, I pulled off the side panel and I pulled out the amplifier. In HA13108, I stuck it on a board to make an amplifier, like a separate amplifier. Haven't done it yet, but that's on my to-do list. Okay, so the screws are actually all the way in. I think it's actually supposed to be a little loose, so you don't have to hit it perfectly in the cage. Well, let's see if we can again get this amplifier IC figured out here. We'll have to be careful because it's got that plate that's got the 2 screws going in the back to hold it, so the plate will fall off. However, I think I can do that trick where I take one out, loosen the other, and I can spin it around. Yay! Thermal paste! So we have amplifier IC, metal backing, and the heatsink just goes straight to the back. So the little tab in front of the TDA chip not only is screwed on, it's soldered through. So I'm just going to try to pop the bottom off one-handed. Okay. And I guess unsolder the thing as I get my iron on. See if we can pull it. See what the chip is. Whew. Oh. Genuine bodge wires. Quad flat packs. Them are always cool to see in a 90s device. NEC, because of course it's NEC. So after probably about 5 minutes, I cranked my iron on max heat. Got our solder link off, or a ground link, to my solder sucker, and it's out. So we're going to reach the other side. We're going to grab our... Now, I'm not going to be able to get it completely out because the wires are in the way. However, I might be able to get it up and bent over enough that I can make out what the chip is. So let's be honest, that's what everyone wants to know, is what powers this thing. Okay, here it is. It is it's going to be hard to get on camera. It's a Toshiba. It's a TA8210A. Just see them in there. TA8210AH. TA8210AH. That's what powers this beauty. Well, I just realized I forgot to press record. Basically, I got the metal tab in, I couldn't bend in the pegs enough, so I stuck one screw in, and now I'm trying to resolder it. I got my iron cranked all the way up, because, you know, I'm soldering to a big, to the heatsink. I'm soldering to a heatsink. I think it's all just flowing down it. Well, if it is, I can't see it. But it's on. Not as neat as the original, but it's on. My iron is just shy of 600 degrees with it turned all the way up. It's a 40 watt. Alright, I'm going to give all this stuff a hot minute to cool. And we're going to start putting this guy back together. The whole back is warm. Not hot, but it's warm. You know, I got this thermometer, but I never use it. Let's see if this stuff's really cooled down enough I can touch it yet. Yeah, it's mid-90s. That's fine. Yep. I'll describe it as warm. So now I can take out my little placeholder screw. Now what I'm going to also do is I'm going to just put some new heatsink gunk on this. I'd put it on the back of the chip too, but I'm not. No, I'm not pulling the chip out of here. Honestly, I probably could have, but I'm not. I'm not pulling the chip out. Now I went on Mauser and I bought me one of these nice tubes of overexposure. Thermal Coat 1. This stuff's pretty good. The problem is it's oil-based, and I haven't used it in a while. So it's it's gotten absolutely everywhere. Like the bottom of this, oil. So now I need to find a little something, because the oil in this separates. You have to pour some out and you have to mix it. I usually just cut the fluffy part off of a Q-tip, and I can use that as like a little stirring stick. Some 91% IPA and toilet paper cleaned the joints up really nice. So, find me something here. A styrofoam plate. That'll work great. That's probably plenty. Get you a Q-tip here. Cut the fluffy end off. There you go. You got you a stirring and a spreading stick. You can see it. Well, the camera probably can't, but I can see the oil, which is clear, separates from the white. You just got to mix it back up. The cool thing about the Q-tip stick is almost perfect. Beauty. Look at that. Put these screws in now. That way once I smush it, oh, that screw's standing up. Once I put it on and it gets smooshed out, I won't have to reset it if it's not where it should be. Okay, you're being difficult. Oh, I can't get my fingertips in there. How come my tweezers are magnetic, but my screwdriver isn't? There we go. There we go. Freshly reinstalled and re-gooped heatsink. Okay, as I'm falling asleep, let's put our insulating piece back on the bottom and put this thing back together. Line up a little teeth, just plop it down, and I got all 3 screws that went here. They're all the same. I don't know what the screw screws to. I like the bottom of the tape mechanism, I can imagine. Yep, underneath the motor. Same thing, line up a little teeth. And make sure my connectors were in. That's screwed down, yep. Everything else I did not touch. 2 screws in the back of this. And there we go. So there's the unit mostly back together. Now what I'm going to do is probably work on cleaning this. But I'm kind of scared too because it's sun-baked and it's fragile. I guess I'd like to get this sticker off. So, I guess we'll just do a real quick of taking the buttons out of this. The buttons have numbers, so they're not that hard to go back in. Then we'll have a bare face. The foam is here. That's basically how they, for cheap, give you the springiness when you push your buttons. I have a factory radio for a Geo, and it was the same way. Well, not much to see here. I'm just going to try some stuff to get the sticker off, so I'll see you guys then. Well, after about 2 hours of scraping away at the stickers with one of these plastic panel removal tools, I got all the sticker off. Now you can definitely see this thing's been sun bleached. This is supposed to be white, and you can tell where the stickers were, especially up in the corner, and this weird little hook that goes around. But I went over it with some IPA and a rag, and it's now nice and clean. So now, I'm just going to put it back together. I tell you, this auto exposure really is something else. And of course, all these little buttons are the same. Oh, I don't know which way the little nub goes. Guess I'll find out. Get all nice and lined up. Now put on our plastic. Yep, all the nubs are in the right way. Kind of see the holes. Yep. Screw it down, put the face back on, and this will be done. Oh, I did put that little felt piece back on in the front of the sliders for the bass and treble. You can tell up and down aren't in the same spot because they're more worn, but whatever. Yeah, this little foam here, I put him back. There we go. I had to move the exposure. The CDN, before it was auxiliary, since it's on a daughter board, it shimmied a little out of the way and was binding. Now it works. I can hear the buttons clicking. Well guys, there you have it. There was the repair, quick little, not really a teardown, a snoop at the amplifier, and cleanup of this nice vintage Jensen MCC8320, even though how nice it is up for debate because it's sun bleached and the LCD is busted. But this will be going back into my latest project car because I don't think I'm going to swap it out with one of the like 7 radios in my closet just because it's a pullout. You don't see things like that no more. Look what they do to you. Look what they do to me. Must be broke. There's that little glove box opens on its own. There's that little edge connector in the chassis I was talking about. You just slide her in. Ouch. There you go, guys. There was the quick teardown and repair, maintenance, tune-up, I guess, of this vintage Jensen MCC8320 late 90s pull-out single-din car radio. If you liked it, you know what to do. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. But as usual, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.